Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking toners. But not only will I be sharing with you my absolute favourite ride or die toners for each skin type, I'll also be breaking it apart and sharing with you whether I feel you should include a toner in your skincare routine, if you decide to, how to best incorporate it into your own routine, and of course some of the hints, tips and hacks for getting the most out of whichever toner you choose. So sit back, relax, and let's talk all things toners. Some of the most frequently asked questions I get on this channel relate to toners, from do I need a toner in my skincare routine? If you decide to include one, at what stage in the skincare routine is it best to incorporate it? And of course, what is the difference between a toner and an essence? So let's do a 101 on toners and take it right back to the start. Definition of a toner is a little bit of a up in the air term when it comes to skincare. Different brands apply it to different products and there's no industry standard. Most dermatologists and skincare professionals use the term toner to refer to a watery based product. Any product which dispenses its benefits and its ingredients in a light water-like consistency is usually termed a toner. This tends to be a little bit different to serums, which tend to have a thicker, more gel-like consistency. Like I say, there's no strict definition, and often brands will apply the terms toners and serums interchangeably with different products. Often people say, what's the difference between a toner and an essence? Whilst there used to be some significant difference, again, those margins have blurred and it tends to just be a geographical difference. Over in Asia, people tend to refer to water-based serums as essences. Here in the West, we refer to them as toners. In effect, they're both very similar and you can get great benefits from both. Whilst you don't need a toner in your skincare routine, you can get all the great benefits and the great ingredients included in toners in other steps, including your serums. It is a really nice step to add, and it does give a little bit of a different texture to the products which you'll then follow on with, which tend to be thicker and more gel-based. Now, I think that's enough of a background to toners, so let's cut the waffle and share with you my absolute favourite toners for each skin type. I'm going to give you a couple of recommendations for each skin type, and I've left timestamps below, so if you do want to jump to your specific skin type, be my guest and use the timestamps below. I've also linked all of the products mentioned below, so if you want like a quick link to that product to maybe check it out, read the ingredients, make a purchase, it's all there in the description box. I'm going to start with the dry skin type. Now, the reason I'm starting here is I think that people with dry skin are the biggest advocates of toners. Toners can be a great way of just getting a little extra hydration into your skincare routine. You can actually use toners multiple times throughout your skincare routine to make sure the skin is prepped, hydrated, and you've got that locked in moisture. If you have super dry skin, a really great tip and hack I can give you is to use your toner after you've used your cleanser and any lower pH products such as exfoliating acids. Use it to balance the skin, which is something I'd recommend for all skin types. But after you've applied a couple of serums, why not put an extra dose of that toner onto the skin? Again, just bring back that hydration and lock in all that moisture. You can then continue with your moisturizers, any facial oils and SPF, but you've added an extra layer of hydration. This works so well for all skin types, but it's particularly beneficial for those with the driest skin types out there. I'm going to start with my absolute ride or die favorite, which is this. This is the liquid hydration from Geek and Gorgeous. I know, people that watch this channel a lot are probably going, oh, this again. I know, I mention this so often. This is great for people with dry skin, but it's also great for all other skin types. This is kind of like a universal product. I use this, I have super oily, acne-prone skin, but I still use this on those days where I'm feeling a little bit dry and I can need that extra hydration. It goes on as a beautiful watery veil of hydration, and it's packed full of skin-compatible amino acids. It's also got panthenol in there, which calms and soothes, because often dry skin is also combined with irritation and redness, and so this will just deal with it all. This is so lightweight, sinks in like that, doesn't break the bank, and Geek and Gorgeous are one of my favourite skincare brands, so I would totally recommend this. If you want to explore a little bit more about Geek and Gorgeous, I'll leave a link to a review I did of the whole skincare brand, and this was hands down one of my favourite of their products. Another one of my channel ride or die favourites you probably heard me mention so often is the Sub Q Skin by Hylamide. They do a Sub Q Skin serum and they also do a mist. The Sub Q Mist is the toner version of their serum, and this is so good. Not only is it really convenient because it's kind of in that spray bottle. We used to always apply our toners on a cotton round and then wipe them across the face, but I say that kind of is a bit wasteful. You end up using a lot more product because that cotton round absorbs it. So I say just use your hands. Clean hands are the best tools in our skincare arsenal. I would totally just recommend dabbing it onto the skin, working it into the skin with our hands. If you've got a mist, saves all of that faff. You can just spritz it on and give yourself a gorgeous, gorgeous burst of hydration. The reason I love the Sub-Q Mist is it's packed full of peptides. It's also got some calming and soothing agents. And a few people do say, I don't want to go there because it has got a very small amount of alcohol in there. Whilst this can be problematic if you are sensitive to alcohol, this isn't going to be the product for you. I find that the huge amount of humectants and hydrating elements in there offset that more than enough to give you that burst of hydration with none of the drying. So I did just want to call that out. But this is a fantastic product, again, for all skin types, but I think the most benefit will be seen from the drier skin types with that gorgeous burst of peptides. Now, finally, when it comes to dry skin, I'm going to recommend this. This is the V-Green alcohol-free Nature Mucin Toner. Now, the reason I'm calling this out is because this is a great cruelty-free, as are all of the recommendations I'm making today, but also vegan alternative to some of the other ones which aren't entirely plant-based. A lot of people with dry skin reach for snail mucin, snail secretion. This is very, very common in essences and in Korean skincare and can give so much gorgeous hydration. I know so many of my dry skin friends swear by snail mucin, but obviously it's animal derived, so it's not great if you're living a plant-based lifestyle. If you are, reach for this. This is derived from yam, so it's plant-based, but it still gives you all that hydration. It is so good. As you can see, I've gone through so much of this, and it's beautiful. So inexpensive as well, and you get so much product. It's great on the body if you want that burst of body hydration. It's just all around a fantastic product. It's slightly thicker than the standard toner, which means it's great to apply with your fingertips because it doesn't get everywhere, run everywhere. It's slightly more gel-like than the other recommendations I've made, but this will take your hydration game into the stratosphere, and you will honestly, this will become an instant favourite for anyone with dry skin. Now let's talk sensitive skin. Usually when people have inbuilt skin sensitivity or are prone to sensitive skin, I think they tend to go for a smaller and more curated skincare routine. The theory here is the fewer steps you have in your routine, the less chance of a reaction to a product or an ingredient. I think this is a great approach, and if you do have a lot of skin sensitivity, then a more simplified routine could be an amazing option for you. However, unfortunately, when people look to streamline and simplify their routine, the toner is always the first to go. I think this is a real shame because there's some amazing toners out there that can really help combat that redness and that sensitivity that you can see in the skin. I've got some great recommendations that I'm going to share with you today, and I'm going to start with this. This is the Face Theory Colloidal C Anti-Redness Toner. This is one of the few products out there that is specifically designed for people with redness-prone skin and sensitive skin. Often, brands will badge things as, sensitive friendly and things like that. That just means it won't cause sensitivity. However, it's really great when you can find a product like this which actually tackle that sensitivity and tackle that redness that you might have associated with it. This has beta-glucan, which is a fantastic calming, soothing and hydrating element. It's also got oat in here, which is one of the best anti-inflammatories found in nature. Calm, soothe the skin and take down any of that irritation. It's also got licorice root in here, which is fantastic at giving a brightness to the skin, and a small amount of vitamin C. This is almost like an entire skincare routine in a bottle. You could legitimately just cleanse with a real gentle cleanser, apply this, moisturize, SPF, and you are good to go. This is the ultimate in streamlining your skincare routine if you have very sensitive redness prone skin, because it has some great benefits, but again, all designed to take down that redness and inflammation. I love this product. I also want to call out the NIOD Super Oxide Dismutase Mist. This is one of those unsung heroes from the NIOD skincare collection. I love it and I always rave about it, but I don't think it gets enough love. This not only is packed full of hydration, it's also got ingredients in here which will calm and soothe inflammation in the skin, and it's also got powerful antioxidants in there. Again, if you're looking to streamline your routine and minimize the number of steps, this is a great option because it's your antioxidant, it's also your anti-redness, anti-inflammatory, and it'll also add so much hydration. So it's kind of a 3-in-1 product. It's also not that up there in price. When you think about how much it's delivering, it's not break the bank pricing, which some NIOD products can be, and the formulation in this is gorgeous. It's not as hydrating as the hydrating ones I mentioned earlier, but it certainly will give a nice boost to the skin's hydration levels, and that antioxidant protection will just fight for you all day long. And obviously, skin damage caused by oxidative stresses can increase sensitivity and redness. So again, it's got some inbuilt mechanisms to just tone down the inflammation, tone tone down the redness and reduce the level of sensitivity. Finally, when it comes to sensitive skin, I'm going to finish on this product. I'm cheating a little bit here, but hear me out. This is the Isntree Spot Saver Mugwort Ampule. Now, this technically, I think, is a serum, but it's a very, very watery serum. So this is one that's on the cusp of being between a toner and a serum. The reason I call this out is it is so calming and so soothing. Mugwort is a fantastic botanical which can really help to reduce any inflammation in the skin and any redness. But beyond that, it's also got panthenol in here, which is one of the great ingredients for calming and soothing the skin. And if you're looking for something which has some great natural botanicals in, but also some calming agents, and isn't quite as runny as some of the traditional toners that we've mentioned, this could be a really great option for you. I also find it works really well if you have any blemishes or acne associated with your red sensitive skin, because this will just help to calm down some of the oil production and give it a clarifying element to your skincare routine. Won't work overnight, but after a few uses, I did notice that my skin was a little bit clearer and it was helping to fight off some of those blemishes. So this is a great option if you have sensitive skin, but are also prone to those pimples, the blackheads, the whiteheads, all of that stuff. This could be a really great option. Now, I've saved the best till last. I say this is the best because this is my skin type. So it's the one that I understand the most, and that is the oily, blemish, acne-prone skin types. A lot of the time, we see this as one of the most problematic skin types. I don't think any skin type is problematic. We all have our challenges. Everyone's skin is unique, and we all have our own challenges that we're trying to combat with our skincare routine. I am blemish prone. I use the wrong product, and my oil goes into overdrive, and I just break out within like 2 days. So it's really important that I use a toner that isn't going to break me out, but it's also going to counteract some of that excess oil and some of those breakouts. I found a couple that work so well for me that I'm going to share today. First off is this. This is the Isntree Green Tea Toner. You guys have seen me mention this so often on the channel. This I didn't always like. When I first used it, I didn't think it was doing much for my skin, and I was about to throw it out, and I thought, no, let's try it again, give it a bit more of a longer wear test, and I fell in love. I captured this in like my skincare second chances video, which I'll link up there. Definitely worth checking out if you want to see like the redemption arc of some of the products I didn't like originally. This definitely did a full 180 and I absolutely love it. It's got some nice balancing, oil balancing ingredients in here, but it's also got antioxidants with that green tea, and it hydrates. So if you've got dry, acne prone skin, this could be a real savior for you. But if you've got, like me, excess oil, it also helps to just even everything out and also gives you that nice antioxidant boost. It doesn't smell too funky like some green tea toners can, and it just sinks into the skin like that. So you can get on with the rest of your routine without having to wait forever for a product to absorb. I really enjoy this product, and it's one of those ride or die, I think, for anyone with oily, blemish prone skin. We're also going to give an honourable mention to the Seaweed Clarifying Toner by Body Shop. I don't think Body Shop gets enough love. They went through a bit of a rough patch when they were taken over by L'Oreal. I don't think things necessarily improved, but they've now been bought out by an independent company, and I think as things are starting to return to their roots, which was cruelty-free, fantastic formulations, and really great emphasis on nature, recycling, botanicals, all of the good stuff. I love this Seaweed Clarifying Toner, and this is probably one of my favourite products from the Body Shop. It does have quite a few ingredients in here which are going to act as almost like astringents and going to reduce the amount of oil in the skin. This isn't a product I would reach for if you have drier skin or combination dry skin, but if you're looking to just cut back on that excess oil, if you're waking up and you feel like an oil slick in the morning, a wipe over with this will just give such great benefit to the skin and remove that excess oil. This is one product that I would apply with a cotton round. Get a reusable cotton round. My favourite ones are by Face Theory, which I'll link below, but use a reusable cotton round because I do think that swiping action with it will just help take off extra oil that might be present in the skin. This is so good. It's got some nice botanicals in there, but it also doesn't leave you feeling stripped and dried. Finally, I'm going to give a call out to this. This is the West Barn Company Prep Mist. Now, you've probably not heard of this company before. I recently discovered them, and they sent me a couple of their products to try, and this was probably my favourite. This is their Watermelon Facial Spray. Now, it's a spray, but it does act like a toner. The smell alone, sometimes, okay, I said all your toners should have a purpose, but sometimes the purpose is just to make you feel amazing. The smell of this is like a watermelon cocktail. It smells divine. In here, you've got witch hazel, which is fantastic if you've got some excess oil in the skin because it can really help to balance that. You've also got some aloe, which will help to calm, soothe, and hydrate. And whilst this isn't going to change the world, this isn't going to give you that instant acne fighting benefit, I do think it's a really nice product to include. It looks bougie, even though it's not super expensive. It smells, divine. It would be a great gift for that oily skinned person in your life. 2 sprays of this just, I think, balances everything out, makes the rest of my skincare just apply that a little bit nicer. It does have artificial fragrance in here, so I'm calling that out, but unless you're sensitive to fragrance, I don't think this is going to be a huge issue. Definitely not one for the sensitive skinned amongst us, but if you have resilient skin that happens to have excess oil like me, this could be a total savior. And this is a ding 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 holy grail product for my specific skin type. So there you have it, guys, an ultimate rundown of the best toners out there. A little bit of something for everyone in this, whether you have the driest skin possible or like me, you're a grease slick from the second you wake up. Sometimes it can be really hard to match your hydrating toner to your skin type, finding one that's right for sensitive skin, so hopefully this is just giving you a little food for thought. There are so many other toners out there, so if you found one that you absolutely love and is your ride or die, leave me a comment below and share your recommendations. While you're down there, if you could give this video a thumbs up, it'd really help to support the channel, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, bye!